Hey guys, welcome to another Trade Genius podcast. I'm my good friend Bob Kudla all the way out in Hawaii. We're going to bring you guys a vacation video and we're going to talk about what the market is doing, a lot of volatility, big pullbacks and things like Bitcoin. And two, we're going to talk about how you can make money despite the volatility. We're going to share some experiences with our customers. Let's dive in.
Trade Genius.
All right, Bob, how's Maui treating you?
Yeah, pretty good. It was pretty funny whenever I go for a walk, the market goes down a little bit. When I get on an airplane, apparently it likes to crash. So yesterday was a really interesting day, but it really is a symptom of what we've been talking about for quite some time. Mid-February into mid-March, is a time of weakness, they say, and we got it. But the thing I'm most happy about, and I don't mind bragging here a little bit, is that we positioned our subscribers pretty well in this environment. And we're very thankful that they actually listened. And we tell people you can make money regardless if the market goes up or down, if you just understand what to trade. And Phil's going to show you some attaboys here in a little bit. But Phil, if you could throw up that jam croissant thing, I thought that was really telling. And it kind of dovetails a lot with what you and I have been talking about. Weakness into the end of March, and then a power lift into maybe into the end of June, perhaps even an all-time high. The all clear signal hits, and then we bounce around this summer and we go into the fall, and then we end up with a 30 to 40% correction. And I don't think that's going to be in the fall. I think it's going to be a longer term trend. I think that's the one that's going to take us into 2026. So that's what I want to talk about, Phil. Just tell people, look, we're not out of the woods yet. There's so much imbalance right now, and as you can see on the political stage, there's a lot of fighting. It's like the Empire Strikes Back right now. So the globalists don't want to let go of power very easily. They're going to throw everything they got at him. Zelensky's going crazy. He's having a 2-year-old tantrum that he's losing his toy box. And all these things have reverbs, and the market's slowing down. Last thing I'll say, Phil, is that I was shocked, actually, that my flight was only half full to Maui, and things seem really kind of calm here. You can get into anything here, no crowds, nothing. And so this is high season. So I think everything really getting to a point of a pause here. Also, retail sales have fallen incredibly dramatically here in the last couple of weeks as well. So I think the soft patch is here, Phil. What say you?
Yeah, I mean, I generally agree with this kind of outline of what Jam Croissant had laid out. We definitely are seeing that window of weakness post OPEX in February. Also, seasonally, it's very bearish, typically the last 2 weeks of February. Given the timing of things and just the structure of things, one thing I will say, there's been a lot of institutional orders that were kind of being printed at the highs here on the markets. And so we kind of were hanging out up there in that balance area for like all through the beginning of the year. And the whole time there was just these monster institutional sized orders being placed on various ETFs, whether it was the SPX and its surrogates, right? Like SPY or some of the other ETFs that are surrogates of SPY or the SPX. There was sector specific ETFs that had tons and tons of orders. So when you're seeing large order sizes on the highs and then you subsequently get a move down off of those, typically those can be interpreted as large institutional sell orders or distribution. So then you have to wonder, if we're pulling back, then are we just going to have a garden variety pullback, or did they spend all that time offloading what we would consider long-term positions for a bigger pullback, perhaps even a bear market? So I would argue that it looks a lot like what we saw at the end of 2021 going into 2022 when the Fed started to institute QT. That brought the net liquidity down drastically. We saw the same sort of distribution going into January at that time as well. So the footprint looks the same. And I think that you need to be on guard for a larger pullback. Now, we bounced off the 200-day moving average today. Big bounce into month end. Probably some carry through into the first part of next week, maybe Monday. But watch weakness come in the middle part of next week. I think we go down into the middle of March because of that.
Yeah, and my target, Phil, is 5450. It's funny because Jam Croissant mentioned that 5400, 5500, and then our measured move on that was 5450. So we filled some gaps, right, where we got close on SPY. We filled the Bitcoin gap, some relief there. But these next 3 weeks, I think, if you're positioning yourself on the short side or lightening up on the long side, you're going to do well for yourself. So anyway, I'll let you guys go. I'm going to enjoy some vacay here. We're going to try to do a couple of videos while I'm gone. And like I said, early part of the week may be okay. latter part of the week next week, I think we're back to selling again. And it's going to be exhausting for people because a lot of people are now aren't used to losing this kind of money. It's been, 4 years since this happened before, and they haven't even seen a bear market yet, Phil. They just saw that sharp V down and V back up. I think this one here is going to really exhaust people by the time it's done in 2026.
Yeah, totally agree, Bob. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We're going to let Bob get back to the beach. As you can see here, we've had some really positive results in the rooms, people sharing their trade results here. And so it's been really good. Volatility is awesome for this environment. If you guys are interested in trading with us, head over to tradegenius.co. Check out our specials. We'll get you into the latest indicator packages. And if you want, get into the VIP room. You can hang out with me and Bob and the rest of the crew. And we'll talk about the trades all during the day and talk about levels not everybody sees and become magnets during the day. So you can take advantage of that stuff. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Have a great weekend. Take care.
Trade Genius.